But what I wanted to get to, and I originally didn't even want to get to this first, but I have to get to it first. Attack on Titan, man. The season finale just dropped. Not dropped, just came out Sunday. I watched it, man. If you don't watch Attack on Titan, if you don't watch Attack on Titan, you have until next January to start it and get caught up because this show here is elite. Like I can't. Okay, let's just talk about this episode. Okay, so Armin, Nikasede gang, they're in the jail cell, whatever. And no, I think before that, it was Hanji was no, it was Yelena was talking to Pixis. That scene was tense. Yeah, is it Yelena? I don't know how. I only read it. Okay, it's subtitled, so I only read it. I'm gonna call her Yelena. Yelena. They set up an armband system, so pretty much like what Marley does to separate the people who drank the wine. I'm not gonna tell you about the wine because you gotta watch it and catch up for yourself. People who drink the wine and who are with the gang, not really the gang, are with them. People who drank the wine and they forced them to be with them, so they're like kind of hesitant. And then the people who drank the wine and are not gonna switch over, or who they don't want to switch over, are not gonna let it switch over. And of course, Pixis is the commander. He's not switching over. You know him from season 1, okay? So I'm not spoiling anything with Pixis. He's not this. He's a big good character, but he's not. There's not a lot to him. And then so they're talking. I'm not gonna go into what they're talking to because frankly, I don't really remember. Yelena pretty much gives him the whole middle finger and drinks wine, not the wine, but wine. And I predicted the wine thing was gonna happen when I first saw it. When they first packed it all up and shipped it out to where Levi was keeping. You know what? Forget it. I'm spoiling it. All right. If you haven't watched it, that's your fault. If you want to watch it, if you haven't watched it and you're listening to this now, you're not gonna remember this by the time you get to where I'm at. Okay. So if you start it, you're not gonna remember me saying all this by the time you get to season 4, episode whatever. You know. So I predicted that the wine was gonna turn all the people into Titans who drank it. I didn't know the exact twist. Of course, I don't read the manga. I want to. I feel like I should, since I follow a lot more Attack on Titan pages. I should start reading the manga before the last ones come out, so I don't get any spoilers. But I like watching it. I like watching it and not knowing what's gonna happen when I watch it. You know, like of course reading it's cool, and maybe it'll be. I'm not sure if it'll be the same effect because I mean, if I read it this year, I think the last one's supposed to come out in like May, maybe. But if I read it and finish it, am I gonna remember exactly everything that happens by the time next January comes around? Or am I still gonna be able to watch it with that same like enthusiasm and intrigue and not knowing what's gonna happen next? Because I don't know what is gonna happen next, which is why everything is so shocking. And I stand up when something happens and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. But yeah. So when Levi when Levi and the scouts had, I always forget his name, Zeke. They had the Beast Titan Zeke and they had him captured, and they were in the forest, and everyone wanted to drink this wine, and I was like, because I saw them give the wine to them, or it was someone who was in a cellar making the wine. I was like, I don't like that, and it was like a scene where they had just said something. They had just either showed the Titan serum, or they had just said it, that they figured out how to capture. It was something, and I was like, I don't like where this is going. And everyone wanted to drink that wine except for Levi. I didn't exactly say it on Twitter, and I don't think I said it on here, but I tweeted that stuff was about to get crazy. It was about to get wild. I predicted that it was going to happen the next episode, but it didn't happen until I think like episode 14 or 15. And there's only 16 episodes of the season. But yeah, it happened. Zeke yelled and they turned into Titans. of my boy Levi. I'm gonna stop spoiling it. Okay, back to the finale. You know what? Do I even want to get into the finale? But I don't know, because I want you guys to watch it. Okay, if you haven't watched it, I want you guys to watch it. And I think what I'm gonna do, because I try to get Kenny to watch it all the time, but he just doesn't want to. He's being stubborn. He doesn't want to watch it. And neither does anyone really. No one. You tell people to watch something and they don't want to watch it, even though you tell them how amazing it is. They're like, it's not my thing. Like, how do you know? You haven't even tried it. Like, I will give Sky, my boy Sky and Devon, a pass, just because I tried to make them watch it one night, and I think Sky was feeling it. I think he was rocking with it a little bit, but he does not watch TV shows. He just doesn't. And I think Devon was just being hard headed. He didn't want to listen to it. He didn't want to watch it, or it just wasn't his thing, which is very okay. But I'm just happy they at least gave it somewhat of a chance. But I think I'm gonna watch. I told Ken last night that we were gonna watch it together in the living room. I was gonna set up this camera and I was gonna record us watching it, because I need to catch his reactions so I can show him, like, no, you really like this show. Like, you're lying to yourself if you say you don't like this show. You wanted to pause. You're like, whoa, you're doing all this stuff. You like this show. And it's hard to get someone into the show because you have to watch it with them. They can't just watch it on their own, because the first two episodes, you're not going to know what is going on. Like, it's so much, like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know the meaning behind any of it. You don't know what any of it means. You don't know where it's going, but you just have to keep watching it. And it's not even like it starts off slow. It's just that you don't know why things are happening. So you have to wait and find out why things are happening. But it's never like a situation where an episode is boring or there's nothing happening. If you get into the show and you want to learn more about what is going on in the show, you'll want to watch every episode, because every episode, something is happening that is either going to come back in the future or they're explaining something in the past. So if you haven't watched Attack on Titan, watch Attack on Titan. If you have watched Attack on Titan, hit me up so we can talk about Attack on Titan. But yeah, please watch that. So, but what I do want you guys to know about Attack on Titan, if you watched it and you don't read the manga, because if you read the manga, then you know the answers to my questions. But question 1, is Levi dead? If Levi's dead, if they come back and there's no sign of Levi in the first 3 episodes of this next season, I might stop watching it, because Levi is the GOAT. Okay, I know Aaron's the main character. Mikasa goes hard. Armin got the brains. Levi is the GOAT, though, and if you watch it, you'll know why. Really, if you watch episode 14, I think 14 or 13, whenever he was in the forest and they turned into Titans, you see why he's the GOAT, man. He's like the LeBron James of Killing Titans. Or Michael Jordan, whichever era you want to say. But if you're, never mind, I'm not going to get into that. He's the GOAT, okay? That, who was that girl that Zeke saw when he was about to die? I saw someone said that it was Ymir. I don't know. It could be. I think that's a very good, like, guess. If it was a guess, they could have just spoiled it. But I think it probably is Ymir, who was the one who made a deal with the devil allegedly, and like gave Titans all their powers, or gave Eldians the power to turn into Titans. At the end of the episode, we're getting Reiner versus Eren, Titan battle, Attack Titan, or Colossal. No, he's not the Colossal. He's the Armored Titan versus the Attack Warhammer founding Titan, almost Jaw Titan. So yeah, that part. Well, I guess he didn't have the Warhammer Titan when the other times they fought. So I guess, but either way, this is Eren versus Reiner, like part 4 or something. Like, they've been fighting forever. So do I think anything's gonna change? No, Aaron's gonna win. Probably most likely. I think Aaron's gonna beat Reiner and Reiner's gonna die. I don't think he'll die in that, but he's gonna put up a good fight. Reiner's been on his deathbed, on the brink of death this whole season. So I don't know. And he has Zeke. Well, it depends if Zeke comes back, which I'm sure he will. He got stuff in that Titan's belly. He's gonna regenerate. He's gonna pop up at the most opportunistic time. He's just gonna come out of nowhere and he's gonna pop up. And he's just gonna go, oh yeah, I'm here to stay help my brother. Or no, he's not gonna help Marley. What else? It's gonna be interesting because now not only does Aaron and the Jaegerists have the people from Marley coming in, but they also have to worry about the people who aren't Jaegerists on Paradise to worry about. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really, really interesting. So I don't even really have a prediction right now of what I think is gonna happen. I think I'm gonna rewatch. I told Ken I would rewatch the whole series with him, which I honestly would. Like I would watch the whole thing over again. But I'm at least gonna watch season 4 over again, like from start to finish. Yeah. Peak played a great role in this episode. Like I feel like you didn't get to not know much about her in this episode, but the writers really did their thing with her this episode. It was really good. I really liked how they used her in this episode. Gabby, she's not growing on me, but I'm not hating her as much as when she first hopped on the plane and killed Sasha, This is a lot of spoilers, dog. But if these are spoilers to you, what are you doing? You should have already known Gabby killed Sasha. And if it is a spoiler, but you haven't started watching it, you don't even know who Sasha is right now. Or if you're on season 2, I'm sorry. I told you earlier I was going to spoil stuff, but so yeah, let's just get off of that.
Got your bitch on the ropes, what you know about it?
Do Sage of the boat, what you know about it?
Flew me out to the coast, what you know about it?
Broken heart face tap, what you know about it? What you know about it? What you know about it? What you know about it?